You see the ozone on the ultrasound? This is why instead of having to do 40 injections, you do 1.
And it will make an impact on my practice forever.
Wonderful. I wasn't disappointed. Jason's a brilliant guy, and he's way ahead of the rest of us, and he delivered.
And I got to say, this is maybe one of the best ones I've ever been to, which is really interesting. I've been to a lot of seminars. In fact, I went to a series of seminars his dad taught for 36 straight months. Those were excellent too. This one kind of took it to the next level. It was a very interesting seminar. That was modestly uncomfortable, but I would volunteer for it again tomorrow.
It's been a great experience. Dr. Jason has a really great way to relate the information and knowledge that he's obtained, and to also glean the information from the other doctors in the room and from our experiences. To just reaffirm the fact that, hey, you have the ability, you can do it. You just need to be a little more confident and let the patients know that you can help them in their conditions and to help them get better.
For neural therapy, this is my workhorse. I like the 3C syringes.
And for me, that was the kind of the big pearl for me, is to come and get just those little pearls of information to help add to my, quote, quiver of arrows.
I think I'm going to need 3 or 4 days just to digest it all and try to decide what I'm going to implement first, because there's so much information that, you know, where do I start? And I feel like he's given me, like, the neural therapy. I think that'll probably be the first thing I'll start with, and the scars and that kind of thing. But it's kind of, there's so much information, it's just where do we start?
Well, for the arthritis cure here, to do all the neural therapy training for neural prolotherapy, prolozone, all in one place, I've taken a lot of training from a lot of different physicians around the country, and I've gone to a lot of seminars, and I've had a lot of this training. But to have it all together here in one place from Dr. West, that's invaluable.
Here's the joint capsule right there. So they look different because they're further down.
In the 41 years of practice, I've been to thousands of hours of chiropractors, of seminars. It's very important to me, I treat a lot of really chronically ill patients, and to keep finding more answers to help my patients. And I went to bed about midnight, woke up at 5 this morning thinking of all the patients, of so many more things that I can do for them when I get back in practice next week. And once in a while, I think I've gone to seminars that really make a paradigm shift or really make a difference in my practice. That's what this seminar did. And on coming here, I realized for the first time in some years that this was a seminar that shifted my paradigm.
There's the hip, right there. Does everybody see that?
It'll change the way that I relate to patients. It'll change things that I can do for patients. It will alter the way that I approach patient treatment. And I think it will make me a better doctor, and it's going to be fun and enjoyable.
You can actually feel the fluid go around in your hand. And then when you go to move it, the knee, it should sound like wet galoshes.
As an orthopedist, I've made a big impact in patients with certain conditions. And this is going to open up the other side, that is the ones that I have to refer out because I don't know how to treat them. And I'm not real happy with the medical system either, with how they treat those injuries. And they come back to me and they're disheartened, and they feel like they're wanting more, and you can see it in their eyes. And you want to give them that vitamin H that I hear so much about, vitamin hope, and you just can't do it. You don't have the knowledge to do it, and so that's the big impetus of why I'm here and why we'll be returning for future.
We have the glass tabletop. We have then we have the wood underneath. The neural therapy is right on top of the glass.
And to me, that's the bottom line, is providing a service and helping your patients feel better and do better, and improving their quality of life, making their life a quality life.
There's the joint space right there. There's the Oreo. See how it opens up?
I don't want to be a straight chiropractor. There's plenty of people that just crack backs. Yes, I adjust my patients, but I think we can help them by doing a lot of other things.
I've known Henry West for many, many years, and I've known Jason for probably 15 years. And to me, they epitomize
the best of chiropractic. And the thing that I am so impressed with is that Henry, as old as he was before he passed away, he was always seeking for truth. He was always learning. And that room in there is filled with 13 doctors who have been in practice for many years, and they're still learning, they're still looking to improve so they can be better physicians. But until every disease on this planet is corrected, none of us have the option of sitting back and being comfortable in our practices. It's a continual search for truth.
Anyway, I really like this technique. So I can feel these little spots are just going to come in, bevel up.
Knowing that I have to implement it, and I have to walk, I have to crawl first, crawl and then walk and then run. So my short range plan is to implement a few of the things, take a few of the things that I've learned this weekend, and I think grow as my patients tell other people about it. It's just going to naturally grow into that.
We have an orthopedic practice, so it's always intrigued us a bit with these injections of what is he really doing with the knees and what is he doing with the shoulders. Even though we talk to Jason all the time, I had no idea the extent of the stuff he's doing. So it completely blew me away this weekend to watch this stuff. I think what he's doing is profound.
They have the ability to study a lot of different techniques, a lot of different information, and condense it down into very precise concepts. And then I get to come in and sit in a seminar for 2 days and learn the very best of what they've learned. And then I get to go back to my clinic and apply it to my patients and see how well it works. And each one of us doing that, we create a new foundation to build off of so that the younger doctors coming up will know more than what we did, be able to produce better results than what we do, and eventually humanity will be the benefactor of that, where disease will become a thing of the past.
And they have the unselfishness to give that you don't see in other colleagues or other people in this world. And that unselfishness, I think, is to be commended.
Desire to help his profession. I see a man who has so much to give and gives freely and seemingly has no desire to somehow get something back from that, knowing that he does, but I just feel like he's given us so much this weekend, and then there's more. He just keeps giving more and more and more.
I've never been in a facility where I felt so warm, and the staff is probably the best staff I've ever seen. Without a doubt, their passion is there. Jason's passion just oozes. And when I think is probably had the greatest impact on me this weekend is just how sincere they really are about giving this information, and giving this information to make not just the profession better, but just to get it to the people. I mean, you see the effects of this stuff, it's pretty mind-blowing.
I think I appreciate what a tribute he is to the profession and to his dad, and the difference that his whole posterity has made in chiropractic care. This is one of those seminars that'll make a difference in my life, and will make a difference in the lives of my patients. And I would recommend that if anyone has any desire to expose themselves to a part of practice and chiropractic care and treatment of patients that will make a forever difference to them, this is a seminar they should go to.
If 13 out of the 13 people that were in that seminar didn't come back here and say how grateful they were to the legacy that the West Clinic has provided our profession, I'd be shocked. Jason West is a 4th generation chiropractor. They've done a lot.